We got a Grand Highlander on the channel that's as rare as hen's teeth. Here it is. It is a 26 Grand Highlander Limited Hybrid Max. Roll the intro. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the channel, and we're back here at Team Toyota of Princeton to feature a Grand Highlander that we've never had on the channel before, because these powertrains are as rare as hen's teeth across the country, coming to dealerships unsold like this one is. What we got here is a 2026 Toyota Grand Highlander Limited Hybrid Max trim in the ruby flare paint, black leather interior, all the creature comforts of home at a price. So if you're in the market for one of these midsize plus SUVs, is this Hybrid Max bringing over 360 horsepower the way you would go in your SUV? You can let me know as we go through this vehicle. So let's dig in. Front end of the Grand Highlander Hybrid Max in the ruby flare paint. We have a full spread of LED lighting across the front on this limited trim, including the fog lamps with the chrome trim in and around the upper part of the grille, with more silver trim down on the front bumper area, with flat black on the lower part of the grille. Now, as we come around to the wheel and tire package, please excuse my shadow here for a second. It's a 20-inch satin black aluminum alloy wheel, Toyota badge on the center cap. The wheels are wrapped in Yokohama Geolander all-season tires, 255 on the width, a 55 series sidewall 20s, all four corners, all-wheel drive. Moving on out, there is that ruby flare paint. There's a lot of it, and we do have some chrome trim around the bottom of the windows, and then, of course, the aluminum finish on the roof rails. Now, as we come in closer, we're going to have the same paint, the ruby flare on the side view mirror caps with LED turn signals and 360-degree view cameras. We're going to go color match front and rear door handle, left side fuel filler cap. Up top, we're going to have the color matched roof, shark fin antenna, aluminum on the roof rails, flat black on the crossbars with the panoramic roof, and then over the top we go. We have the wiper down below on the glass and a full spread of LED lighting in the back of the Grand Highlander Hybrid Max as well. Hybrid Max on the left, Limited on the right, and then down further on the lower part of the bumper, we do have chrome dual exhaust finishers. Under the hood of this 26 Grand Highlander Hybrid Max, we have Toyota's 2.4-liter turbocharged inline four-cylinder hybrid engine mated to a 6-speed automatic transmission. 362 horsepower, 400 pound-feet of torque, up to 5,000 pounds of towing. MPG's not the greatest for a hybrid, 26 in the city, 27 on the highway, and 27 combined. On the back left quarter panel, we have the fuel filler door, and as we zoom on in, we do have a fuel cap, so no capless technology in this Grand Highlander Hybrid Max. But here are the grades of gas you cannot use, right? No E20, no E85. You can use up to E15 gasoline only. Before we get into the interior, you're going to want to know, Mike, how much? Well, here we go. Base price for the 26 Grand Highlander Limited Hybrid Max, $55,190. This vehicle's got a bunch of different options on it, including $1,600 for those 20-inch satin black wheels, once we had all the options in, and a destination and delivery charge of $1,495 from Toyota's Princeton, Indiana assembly plant. We have a total vehicle MSRP from the factory of $61,748. So let's check out the interior. Before we get to the driver door panel, here we go. We have 60% of the parts of this vehicle coming from the Canada and US, 30% of the parts from Japan. Final assembly, Princeton, Indiana. Engine parts, United States. Transmission parts, Japan. Just in case you want to know. Now, the front passenger door panel, we move in closer, we're going to have soft touch material all the way across. Then we're going to have this black trim. I'm going to call it a flat black trim with a hexagonal design in it, into the soft armrest with more soft touch on the insert. So very monotone here on the door panel with a brushed aluminum door handle, 2 memory seat settings, and right here we have power fold side view mirrors in and out. And then as we come down further, we have a decent sized door pocket, JBL sound system in here. Into the footbox, large dead pedal brake and accelerator with the aluminum Grand Highlander door sill plates to welcome you to the vehicle. Seating wise, full power with lumbar for the driver, power seat without lumbar front passenger. Black leather with the stitching, bolstering feels soft, headrests feel firm, and then you have the microfiber suede insert with those bronze accents. Front passenger door panel, same action as the driver, but you don't get memory seat settings. And at this kind of money, $62K, we should have driver and passenger memory. Now, as we come onto the dash, way up top, hard black plastic, soft touch with the stitching, a place to lie your phone that isn't rubberized, so things may slide around. We do have a USB-C right over there for the front passenger, and you have, again, the bronze accents around the heat and air vent. And down further, we have a large glove box. Now, as we come on over, we have the 12.3-inch infotainment screen, wireless CarPlay, Android Auto, built-in nav through a subscription only. We do have our music. I'll make sure the volume's down, where you're going to have Sirius XM, HD, AM, FM radio, Bluetooth music, and that sort of thing. We do have an ability to Bluetooth your phone. We have our vehicle settings, including an energy flow meter, since we do have a hybrid vehicle. And then down further, you have your driver profile, Bluetooth your devices, Wi-Fi hotspot, over-the-air updates, as well as some vehicle customization, including your lights, your vehicle illumination, door controls, climate, and a utility. Now, volume knob right down here, and as we go to reverse, there we go. We have a nice large 360-degree view camera with trajectory, and this button right here, that washes off your rear camera, which is always fun to use. And then you have different views you can use over here. So put it back into park, and we're back to the beginning now. As we come down, we have dual climate, and we have tri-zone climate, which you can work all from up here. And then we have 3-stage heated seats, 3-stage ventilated seats for the driver and the front passenger, 2 heat and air vents, 4-way hazards, more of this bronze trim. As we come down further, we have our push button start, camera views, a couple of USB-Cs, wireless charging pad, and an area to slide your phone when you're not charging it. Here is the bronze trim around this gear shift. Gloss black here, so be careful. That's going to take you through this 6-speed automatic transmission, no CVT, an area for storage up here, 2 cup holders, your Grand Highlander key fob, same as the other ones, right? Lock, unlock, pop the tailgate, panic button, and your Toyota badge. And on the back, you do have the bronze accents here on this Hybrid Max, and it says Grand Highlander. So that's a nice little extra touch. Then we're going to have our electric brake, auto vehicle hold, traction control off, and then we have all of our drive modes, which we'll check out when we go through the dash, including a snow mode and your, I call it hill descent control, I believe Toyota calls it multi-terrain select, soft armrest, and then we can roll this back. And as we look inside here, we do have a much larger area underneath for storage with a 12-volt. The steering wheel, leather wrap wheel, 10 2 notches, black cross stitch, round bottom wheel, but I have plenty of room at 5'11" to get in and out of this Grand Highlander. It's a very open and airy passenger cabin. We have some bronze accents around the flat black switchgear. On the left, you're going to have your telephone, voice commands, volume, controls for the digital dash. On the right side, adaptive cruise, modes for your infotainment system, seek for your music. We do have paddles on the back of the wheel. And then over here, we're going to have our headlights, fog lamps, turn signals, high beams. On the right side, front and rear wipers. Over here on the left, adaptive high beams on or off, heated steering wheel on or off, turn on that 120-volt AC in the back, pop the tailgate. Way down below, pop the fuel filler door, pop the hood on the left. Don't get them confused. And then we do have a manual tilting and telescoping wheel. Might need to be electric at 62 grand. Let me know what you guys think. And then we have our digital instrument cluster. Let's check out the drive modes, right? So we have normal. If we twist the dial to the left, we're going to go to mud and sand. If we push the button down, we go back to normal. That's kind of how that works. We go to the right, we go to rock and dirt. So we got that set up. And then we push the button down. We can go back to normal. Then we have Eco button. We have a Sport button. We go back to normal. And then we have our Snow, which just comes on with a green light that says Snow. So that's what you got there. And then you can, as you can see, change your dash settings right here. Let's say you want number 3. You hold in the button. And then you can move over to the left and you can decide, went too far. You can decide what you want to have up there. If you don't exactly like what you see, let's go with fuel economy, just hold in the button. And then we can go back over to the right and we can get different information up here on the right. Again, all depends on what you want to see when you're going down the road. Overhead console, you got a spot for your shades right here. So you're all set there. SOS button in case there's an emergency on the road. If you want your LED dome lighting to come on and off, you open and close the door. The button that says door, you push it in and leave it in. So when you open the door, lighting comes on, close the door. The lighting will dim out, and then controls for your roof. The left is the shade, so you hit it and it'll go back as our bright sun pours in. That'll go back over the mid row, and then you can use the right switch to go ahead and open up the glass. Again, one touch open, wind buffer comes up, glass goes back, one touch closed, and then you can go ahead and move that shade back closed. So they got you covered there. And it's a quick operation on this roof too, which I like, especially the shade. It's a big vehicle. Now, our rear view mirror, we have a framed rear view mirror with home link, but no magic button, so we don't have a digital rear view mirror here. And I think I might like to see one of those at this price. You let me know. And then we have a sun visor, vanity, light. Does it slide? Yes, it does. Captain chair time here, but first the rear door panel. We do have security shades on the back of each door, and then we're going to go with the soft touch stitching, same kind of vibe on the rear door panel. Very monochromatic. Let me know if you like that. With the bronze accents, I might like to see some of those on the door panels. Now, as we come on in, I have the seat set for my driving position, and we can just hop right into this captain's chair. Nice and easy to get in. Nice flat roof. We do have heat and air vents here in the roof of the vehicle with LED lighting. At 5'11", no problem for my head, shoulders, and knees. But if you're going to be over my height, you may have to duck a little bit to get into the vehicle. We do have the leather all the way down, seat pocket behind the driver and the front passenger. Rear command center back here with your rear climate, as well as 3-stage heated captain's chairs, a couple of USB-Cs, and down below, they got that home power source. And then the captain's chairs still have it in the leather with the bronze accents and the microfiber suede inserts. Very soft. We do have an area to lie your phone and a couple of cup holders in between the captain's chairs. And then we do have nice armrests, and they're thicker than some of the other ones, but not as thick as like a Ford that has a big one like that. But they are nice and thick, and they don't ratchet. Overall, though, really, really comfortable in the captain's chairs. Getting in row number 3, well, that's easy. You got a lever on the seat back. You just pull it forward, and the seat moves forward and up and out of the way for you to just come right back in here to row number 3. Now, we're not going to have the leather in row number 3 where it's going to be a soft text, but it does have the perforation. It is nice and soft, so I do like how they have that set up. We have a couple of cup holders. We have a USB-C right back here for the 3rd row, and on the left side, we have the same deal. The cup holders, the USB-C, and we do have more heat and air vents and LED lighting for the 3rd row. Now, get behind this seat. This is set for a person that's 6 foot or taller, and I still have enough room for my head, about a 1/2 inch, shoulders, and my knees. Not bad. So as a full-size adult, I could be back here for a while, but if you're back here and you need to get out yourself, here is the escape hatch button. You just have to push that forward. Push the seat forward with your knee or with your foot, and then you can get yourself out of the vehicle. Getting into the cargo area of this Grand Highlander Hybrid Max. Now, it's a power liftgate. Pop it from the key fob, pop it from the dash. You have a hands-free option, or you come to the back and right underneath the G in the Grand Highlander, there's a button. You hit it, beeps a couple of times. Nice electric assist on the way up. Nice electric assist on the way down using this button. Now with all the rows up, 20.6 cubic feet of cargo space in the back of this Hybrid Max. We do have the front license plate bracket, the all-season Grand Highlander cargo mat back here, and then underneath here, we do have some more storage and a jack, and underneath that panel is a spare. So thank you, Toyota, for the spare. We do have some hangers in the back. We do have the subwoofer for the JBL sound system and a home power source. And now you can drop the third row, but it's a manual drop. And on a $62,000 Grand Highlander, I think I might like to see some power drops here for the third row. Down it goes though, and when you get the third row down, we're looking at 57.9 cubic feet of cargo space in the back of this Grand Highlander, and it's also a two-handed manual operation to flatten out the captain's chairs, so I'll show you how that's done here in a sec. Now we're here at the captain's chair, and just like the gas version of the Grand Highlander, you have two levers. The number one up front, that is to allow this captain's chair to slide back and forth, so that's good. But to flatten it out, you gotta pull this number two up, and at the same time, the lever on the seat back that we use to get in the third row, you push up at the same time, and the seat will fold flat. Same operation, two-handed. I like to see them make that a one-handed. We'll do the other one off camera, and then I'll meet you at the back of the vehicle. And now with the third row and mid-row folded flat, we have 97.5 cubic feet of cargo space in the back of this Hybrid Max. So the same cargo room as that gas-only Grand Highlander we saw last week. Window sticker, here we go. 26 Grand Highlander Limited Hybrid Max. Made in Indiana. Government safety rating is not complete yet. There are the fuel economy estimates. For a hybrid, that's not that great. Actually, it's pretty poor. But you get a lot more horsepower. So there's the trade-off, right? Regular Grand Highlander hybrid or Hybrid Max get a lot more horsepower and trade for gas mileage. You let me know what you would do. And then all of our options, the two biggies, the panoramic roof, and the wheels. $61,748. Take her out for a spin. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Now you know why people are paying this kind of money. This powertrain is unbelievable in this Grand Highlander. We're sport mode with the paddles right now, and not only is the vehicle smooth on the road and quiet on the road, this Hybrid Max powertrain is so refined, and with the regular 6-speed automatic rather than the CVT and the lesser models of the Grand Highlander, the shifting is so quick using these paddles up and down the gears. So I can see why people love this Hybrid Max setup, even if the gas mileage for a hybrid sucks. And you can get better gas mileage by just going with the regular hybrid setup in the Grand Highlander with the CVT instead of the 6-speed auto. But this Hybrid Max, what a great powertrain from Toyota. What a great powertrain, right? They're using the same thing in the Crown Hybrid Max, and they have it here in the Grand Highlander Hybrid Max. And it's insane. We're going to get back to the paddles again, but for now we're going to go back to our regular drive, go back to normal mode, let the vehicle relax. And once you let this vehicle stay in normal mode, let the engine shift for itself, the 6-speed, extremely smooth. The acceleration is beautiful. It is nice and it's linear because you have the electric motor, one up front, one out back, assisting this turbocharged engine to get the vehicle up to speed very smooth. It's a very refined powertrain. And it's rare as hen's teeth right now, largely because of production delays at the Toyota battery plant in North Carolina, where they're trying to shift all battery production from Japan to North Carolina to their battery plant there. And so this vehicle is, they're not making as many right now just for that reason. Hopefully they can ramp it up. once they get all that production shifted. But it is just so smooth on the road. Just like the regular Limited was, this is so smooth on the road. Now the regular Limited was like 54, 55. This is 62. It's a lot more money. Brakes feel good. Now, let's let the engine shift for itself. We're in normal mode, and let's take off. And it's like night and day from the regular hybrid or the gas-only Highlander, which can feel at times underpowered. This thing flies. This thing flies down the road. 362 horsepower, 400 pound-feet of torque. Would have been nice for them to up the tow rating, though. The tow rating's the same as the lesser powertrains at 5,000 pounds. But overall, it transforms the ride of this Grand Highlander. This is my first time in one because we just haven't been able to get them on the channel, because every time the Toyota dealer here near me gets one in, it's sold immediately, or it comes in already sold. People are buying them without even seeing them. They want these things so bad. I got lucky with this one. Maybe it's the ruby flare paint. Not everybody wants a red one, but it is fantastic powertrain. Fantastic. Now we have the same cargo as a regular gas-only Grand Highlander, so you're not losing cargo space with the hybrid batteries, which is nice. You're sitting up a little bit higher in the seats, though, because you got the batteries underneath you, but that's not the end of the world because you still got plenty of headroom with the flat roof. And the turning radius is the same at 19.05 feet, so it gets around no problem. And now we can go back to manual, we can go back to sport, and we can go. And it's just incredible how quick this thing is off the line. Now we got to be careful because we do have some construction going on up here, so we'll take it easy through this construction zone. Now it's going to roll a lot. It's not a corner carver, but it's got so much power to just pull you out of the turn and get you down the road. And if you want to drive it easy, you can drive it easy. But if you need to get out of a jam, if you need to get up out in traffic, you have no problem. No problem at all. There is nothing that's leaving you wanting for power. So you let me know if you're in the market for one of these midsize plus SUVs. If you look at the competition, right? The Volkswagen Atlas, the Buick Enclave, the GMC Acadia, the Chevy Traverse, all of them give you 2-liter or 2.5-liter turbocharged 4s in all trims. Toyota is giving you this hybrid max, even though it's a turbo 4, with the dual motors, with the turbocharger, to get you those 362 400 pound-feet of torque. It's a lot more than everybody else. Yes, it's 62 grand, but so is an Enclave Avenir with a lot less power, right? So is an Acadia Denali, just about, with a lot less power. A Traverse High Country, just about 62 grand with a lot less power. So you let me know what you would do. I've made my choice. Hybrid Max Grand Highlander is the way I would go. You let me know what you would do in the comments. But I do want to thank Team Toyota of Princeton for allowing the channel access to this brand new 2026 Toyota Grand Highlander Limited Hybrid Max in Ruby Flare paint for review today. I'd like to thank all of you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like. Please also throw a comment in and give it some hype points. That would help me out quite a bit. Please also give this video a like if you enjoyed the content, and please also consider subscribing and turn on that notification bell so you never miss another Shabby's Rides video. And I'll see all of you on the rebound. Take care, everyone.